Audio script 10.1. Listen to the TV broadcast and put the news in order.
Good evening, this is Jim.
And this is Anna. Welcome to Canadian CNTV 5 News.
Let's start with the breaking news. The Minister of Internal Affairs has just announced that the police caught the Vancouver thief by a successful operation. The thief broke into more than 100 houses last month. The people in Vancouver will start to sleep deeply beginning tomorrow.
Thank God. This is great news, Jim.
No doubt.
Let's continue with the leading news of the day. The U.S. formerly reported that, along with the woods, almost 100 living species will be in danger of extinction if the fire keeps spreading in Chicago. The Fire Department of Toronto is on its way to help with the forest fire.
This is so bad. May God be with you. Chicago, and many thanks to the firefighters of Toronto. This is very thoughtful and brave of you to help our neighbours.
Totally agree. And sports. The Men's Cricket World Cup semi-final is over and Canada won the semi-final against New Zealand. While in May, New Zealand played against England and made its way to the final.
It's time for a short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you feel tired when you wake up? Sleeping for long hours is not enough to rest. Have you ever slept in a comfy mat? It's made of pure organic cotton, and it makes you feel the warmth of a cuddle. Comfy mat, better than a bed.
We're back, and it's time for weather news. We have our reporter in the studio. Hello, Daniel.
Good evening, Anna and Jim.
Good evening, Daniel. How will the weather be like tomorrow?
Well, Toronto's weather is 5 degrees Celsius and mostly rainy. Vancouver is 7 degrees Celsius and rainy too. The northern part of Canada has been snowy and freezing since last week. The temperature is around minus 15 degrees Celsius.
Thank you, Daniel. Viewers, this is it for tonight.
Thanks for watching us. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Audio script 10.2. Listen to the audio and tick the following topics that are mentioned in the audio.
Welcome to the Small Talk. This is Pam Perry. Tonight, we have two special guests, Daphne Simpson and Tony Hamilton. We'll talk about social media. You know, it has affected our lives in many ways. Right, let's get started with the numbers. How common is the use of social media worldwide?
Well, billions of people around the world actively use the internet, and most of them have at least one social media account.
May I add something quickly?
Of course. Go ahead.
Today, the world population has reached 8 billion, and 4.5 billion of them currently use social media. I mean, more than half of the world's population uses social media.
Wow, that's amazing. Then who uses social media the most and why?
People aged between 25 and 34 spend more time each day on social media than the average internet user. The biggest reason they use social media is to stay in touch with friends and family, and the second reason is to fill their leisure time.
Excuse me, but may I jump in here?
No problem, go ahead.
Actually, it's not just for fun and communication. I think, at this point, we should mention that social media has changed the way we access the news. According to a study, more than half of internet users get their news from social media sites rather than TV. Personally, I don't believe we'll use television in the near future to get the news.
No, I'm not so sure about that. Older generations still believe the news is the most important part of TV, and they prefer getting news from TV rather than from social media.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we'll continue after the commercial. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right here in 5 minutes.
Audio script 10.3. Listen and practice the sounds and words in the table below.
ladder, odd, did, wonder, mad, hard, today, the, leather, though, the, brother, that, other, they.
Audio script 10.4. Listen to the audio and check your answers in exercise B.
D, Sunday, 100, children, need, middle, the, smooth, southern, with, together, weather.
Audio script 10.5. Listen to the tongue twisters. Then practice them as fast as you can. 1.
Whether the weather is cold, whether the weather is hot, we'll weather the weather, whatever the weather.
2.
Dimitri the dog dances with Dino Dan.
Workbook Track 10.1. Listen to the breaking news and put the events in order.
Good afternoon, Texas. We interrupt the broadcast to bring you the breaking news of an incoming hurricane. Weather reports say that a hurricane is approaching the Gulf Coast. The head of the city council has made an announcement to inform the citizens of the Rockport Beach area about the precautions. Our reporter Sharon is there. Hi, Sharon. Can you give us the details?
Hi, and good afternoon. Well, a hurricane is certainly approaching, and the head of the city council has warned people to stay at home. She says they're ready for the hurricane with extra safety precautions. According to the information, there will be ambulances at every corner of the Rockport Beach area. The rescue teams will also be ready to save people in need. The council will distribute food and tents if necessary. She also says that the hurricane wouldn't last long.
Wow, is there any information about its force?
Not yet, but weather reports say that it will cause heavy rains, mudslides, or floods during its passage over Rockport Beach.
Thanks, Sharon. Well, I hope it won't do much damage. Stay safe, dear viewers. We will be together again at 4 p.m.
Workbook Track 10.2. Listen to the audio and complete the missing parts of the dialogue.
Welcome to I Need Answers live show. Alan Simpson will be with us today. We're going to talk about social media. I don't think we know much about what exactly it is. Let me start with a basic question. What is social media?
Well, social media is a new form of media, and it uses technology. Emails, messaging, apps, blogs, online games, and social networking sites are some common forms of social media. Social networking is the most popular form of social media.
Sorry to interrupt, but may I ask a quick question?
Of course. Go ahead.
What makes social media different from traditional media?
Interactivity, I think. Social media allows people to interact in many ways and communicate freely. The other advantage is that they can seek information from several sources.
So, the last question is, why do people use social media platforms?
Well, the top reasons are communicating with friends and family and staying up to date with news and current events.
Thanks for joining us, Alan. Well, that's the end of our live hour. Thanks so much for watching.